Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You know, there's been a great deal of discussion for decades, really, about the issue of energy, specifically the need for our nation to generate and to utilize renewable and clean energy. I have lived my entire life on the shores of the magnificent Great Lakes, and I spent an awful lot of time boating as well on those magnificent waterways, and I have always been awed by the power of that water, flowing from Lake Superior all the way to the Atlantic Ocean, actually. I've watched the St. Clair River under the Blue Water Bridge in Port Huron, Michigan, and I've been amazed at the swiftness and the consistency with which that water moves. I believe that the energy created by that water flow is a source of energy that we must do more to harness for the use of our people and for industry. And to that end, Mr. Chairman, my amendment would increase by $10 million the Water Power Energy Program within the Department of Energy. Increasing this vitally important program by $10 million will restore that program back to FY 2009 funding levels. The Water Power Program within the Department of Energy is such an important program to our overall goal of reducing our dependence on fossil fuels and becoming a nation more reliant on renewable and green sources of energy. The Water Power Program, Energy Program, is a program designed to develop, to test, and evaluate new water technologies and to address barriers to development of hydrokinetics and hydropower. The program conducts important research and development and deploys new, innovative water technologies in order to get those products out on the market in an expedient and cost-efficient and environmentally responsible manner. Additionally, this program allows for testing and modeling of existing technologies. Hydropower technology has literally been around for hundreds of years, beginning with the earliest water wheels and then water mills, which help produce flour for grains, sawing timber and powering textile plants, to today's more advanced technologies, from hydroelectricity to harnessing wave and tidal power. Hydropower currently accounts for approximately 19% of the world's electrical needs and produces no harmful emissions, but it accounts for less than 6% of the total United States electricity needs. Compare that to our neighbors to the north, Canada, who use hydropower to meet 61% of their energy needs. While hydropower only accounts for less than 6%, as I said, here in the United States, it makes up 71% of our total renewable electricity and produces enough electrical power to power 28 million households. There are two examples from the great state of Michigan where this technology is being examined and needs to be looked at further, I think, Mr. Chairman. I already mentioned the St. Clair River, but I should also mention the Detroit River. These rivers are known for their very strong currents, moving along at approximately 6+ knots. Water from Lake Huron funnels down into the St. Clair River through Lake St. Clair and then quickens again through the Detroit River before entering Lake Erie, where that energy is currently just dissipating. This technology can be put to work in rivers, harbors, and other coastal areas to capture energy from currents and tides. And the best part is that this can be achieved with minimal impact on our environment, or harnessing this energy will create a truly renewable and green source of clean energy. Mr. Chairman, again, a lot of interest, a lot of talk about alternative energy sources in the past week. I've heard many express strong support for wind power, and I certainly share their enthusiasm for that energy source. But I will remind my colleagues that sometimes the wind doesn't blow, but the water always flows. With that, I would ask all of my colleagues to support this amendment. I yield back the balance of my time.
Back the balance of her time. Who rises in opposition? The gentleman from Arizona. For what purpose do you rise?
To claim the term in opposition, though I'm